Welcome my viewers to the Magic Behind channel. This is the channel where we teach you about electronics components and how to use those components to make working circuits. In my previous video, I taught you how to make a single line LED signboard. But in today's video, I want to teach you how to make a double line LED signboard. Before we move ahead, kindly consider subscribing to my channel by clicking on the red subscribe button below this video. The very first thing to do is to paste this printout on the plywood. Then after you have done that, the second step is to make holes on the board and insert the LEDs. You'll start from here. You put the first line all through. Then you come and turn here. You do the second line up to there. So the whole of these LEDs are connected in series. You do the same on letter M, letter P, letter E, letter S, and letter A. When we come at the back, this is how the connection is. You start from here, you come all the way down in series, all the way, then you come back to the point where you started. You do the same with all these letters. In my previous videos, I've taught you how to connect in series, how to solder, and how to trim the long unnecessary reeds. I have already done that, so I'll not explain further or in details those processes. When you have done that, the next step is to come and mark which is anode and which is cathode. In my case, on letter M, this is my anode, and here is my cathode. My anode, my cathode on letter M. Then on letter P, this is my anode, this is my cathode. On letter E, this is my anode, this is my cathode. On letter S, this is my anode, this is my cathode. On letter A, this is my anode, and this is my cathode. After you have done those markings on each letter, then you need to count the number of LEDs on each letter. On letter M, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. In total, 55 LEDs on letter M. On letter P, we have 37 LEDs. On letter E, we have 44 LEDs. On letter S, we have 38 LEDs. And on letter A, we have 39 LEDs. The next step is to count the number of LEDs on this telephone icon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. We have 23 LEDs. Then we need to know the number of LEDs on this red section. This red means money, because M-Pesa is a system where you send money and receive money using a mobile phone. So you need to know the number of LEDs here. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There are 12 in that red section. This is the section which will be flashing on and off. This is where we are going to put our chaser, on this section only. I have now finished connecting this chaser section. I'll come and connect the chaser output on these 2 points. When I connect the chaser here, it will be now the red section. You'll be able to come on and off, on or off. When the LEDs are on, it means you are receiving the money. When the section is off, it means you are sending out the money. That's the whole concept of this M-Pesa platform. Now the second step, or the next step, is to connect all these letters, M-P-E-S-A. You connect all of them in series. And by series, what you'll do is that you come and connect a jumper wire on the cathode of M. You connect it to the anode of P. Then another jumper wire from the cathode of P to the anode of E. And the same process continues up to the end. I have now connected all the letters in series, starting from here, coming all the way to letter P, to letter E, to letter S, and to letter A. So all these letters are now in series. On this end I have anode, and on the other end I have cathode. Now the next step is to add the number of LEDs on each letter, and you get a total. I have added the number of LEDs on each letter. They are coming to a total of 213 LEDs. Remember, the LEDs which are here, 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 and here, they are all green in color. And they are coming to 213. Because the total is coming to 213 LEDs, we are going to divide this number into 3, because we need a series of LEDs between 71 and 80 LEDs. So if you divide these by 3, it will come to 71 LEDs. So we are going to count from here up to where we shall have 71. When we have that section of 71, we disconnect from the rest. That will be one section. Then from where we have done the disconnection, we count from 1 again, another 71, then another 71. So we have now divided the 213 LEDs into 3 sections. Section 1 will start from here up to here. From here up to here, we have 71. Then the next section starts from here, coming all the way to here. Then the other section will start from here, coming all the way up to the end. So on each section we shall have a resistor, and a resistor we shall put it on the anode. So the first resistor will come here, then the next resistor will come here, and the third resistor will come here. The resistor I am going to use are 68 kilo ohm resistor. These are the 68 kilo ohm resistors, 3 in number. I have now put my resistors, this section, and here, and here. Please ensure you are putting them on the anode of each section. After you have put the resistors, you can use a glue gun and you put a hot glue on those resistors so that they can stick on the board. You let it cool. The next step is to put a resistor on this telephone icon section. And please note it's separate from the chaser section. So you rotate the anode of this section, then you put the resistor there. And in my case, this is where the anode is, because the series comes from here anode, coming all the way, coming up. Then I've used a jumper wire here to connect this section to the upper side. Then it comes and I find my cathode here. So I'll put the resistor on this anode. I have now put all the resistors on each section. The chaser section does not need any other resistor. Its resistor will be on the chaser circuit. I have thought about how to connect the chaser in my previous videos. Maybe you can refer and learn more about how to connect LEDs to the chaser and how to make a chaser itself. The next step, which I have already done, is to put these rectifier circuits together with the chaser circuit. I have connected these two rectifier circuits in parallel, going now to the AC mains. I have also put these two sections. One is where all the anodes will join, and the second one is where all the cathodes will join. Then after that, you remove power from here. The negative comes to cathode and the positive comes to anode. This rectifier is for the chaser. The chaser does not share power with the LEDs themselves. It needs to have its own separate rectifier. After that now is a matter of connecting power to the chaser and to the LEDs using jumper wires. That's what I want to do right now. I have now completed connecting. What I'm remaining with now is to connect to the AC mains. This is where we have the chaser output to the LEDs which will chase. This wire here and this black one here. Then I have connected power to the chaser through this yellow jumper wire and this black. Then this rectifier, I've connected power to these two sections. One section is for all the anodes, where we have all the resistors. Resistor 1, 2, 3, 4. They are connected here. Then the anodes, which are this one, this one, this one, and another one which is here at the end, they are connecting here. And they are being powered through this black wire. When putting this chaser and the rectifier circuits, you need to consider that you'll be putting a wooden frame or a round. So you need to consider to leave some space for the frame which will come to cross this board. And I have that frame with me here. It looks like this. You also remember to make a notch here where the cable, the power cable, will come through. When it's complete, it should look like that. Then you put some nails all around. You are not supposed to put too many. These longer sides you put 2 nails. Here you can put just 1. On this shorter side also you put 1, and this other longer side you put 2 nails. The reason why I'm telling you to put just a few is because when you put too many nails, in case you need to repair, it will be very difficult for you to remove this plywood. And when you force it to come out, you destroy the board and you need to do a fresh one. So now let's put our signboard to power and we test whether it's working. As you can see, our signboard is working. So we have done all the connection correctly. You can refer to my previous videos. I have taught much about the basics of LEDs, series, parallel connections. So you will learn a lot from this channel. This is the work I do for business or for a living. So you can learn this from me and you'll be making signboards for sale and you make money. It's not necessarily you make the one for M-Pesa. I'm just teaching you the basics, the concept. You can make signboard of just anything. So those are double line LED signboard. You can make as big as you wish, as long as you have understood the basics. Now the next step after here, you can decide to cover it with a nylon paper, the way I've done on this one. This one has a nylon paper, a clear nylon paper covering on it. Then after that, you put a trunking as a frame, just the way I've done on this. Then you put the hooking screws and you will be done. You can make as many lines as you can. As you can see, this one has 3 lines. You can make even 4, 5, 10, 20, according to the signboard you are making and according to the size of the letters you have on your printout.